All the rules that, you know, they teach you at when you go to music school, Ellington just broke all those rules.
Duke was an original. You know, the way he wrote, the textures that he created with his writings.
You know, he's our modern day Mozart and Bach.
You know, the way he used harmony and the way his combination, the instruments. It's not like anybody else's music. You know, it's like, how does your note fit in there? You know.
I don't like to categorize it as the greatest, but he's the most prolific.
You know, I thank God for places like the Blue Note who still support this music, you know, and create this venue for us, and for those of us, you know, who continue to play this music.
You know, whenever I play in New York, I always feel like New York audiences are a lot more critical than others because New York is considered one of the jazz capitals of the world. So no matter what, I just feel the energy to put on a good show when I play in New York. It's just instant energy that goes out, especially when I play in the trumpet section, you know, to play it more powerful because a lot of our peers are in the audience, and you know, you got to play always up to you 100%.
In New York, they'll scream and holler and applaud, and they'll love it, and you'll know it right away. In Japan, for instance, they'll love it like 1,000 times more, but you're not sure because they're so polite about it. I'm not playing in New York or blah 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 blah. I'm playing in my band, in my group, in my family members up there, and it's like, you know, it's like a conversation. You know, I mean, every night is a conversation, and you might be talking about the same things every night, but you'll have a different slant on the conversation.
This is our family. We're family. We're friends. Have a deep friendship. You know, everyone in this band can eat together. Nobody's shun each other. The best way to put that is it's an intense family relationship.
You know, it's like a family. You know, I remember going Mercer. I was hired by Mercer Ellington, and when I used to go up to his house, when you got off the elevator, you could smell the pork chops and something cooking from the, you know, his place. You know, it was like, oh, I'm home. You know?
Absolutely, the grind is worth it. You know, this is a very important music. You know, and it's recognized as such, you know, all over the world. You know, it's recognized here, you know, in some circles, not nearly as widely as I would like to see it, you know, here in our country. It's been taken out of off the airways, and it's been taken out of the mainstream, you know, and it's really kind of sad because this is an art form of music, and it's respected as such, as I said, all over the world, but not so much here, you know, because I think the almighty dollar rules out over art sometimes, and that just shouldn't be.
Well, I think, yeah, you know, he had his music that pleased people, and I think he had art music, you know, music that was for the sake of art, you know, and that was appreciated later. You know, it's like, woo, and all of a sudden, you know, he's great, and that's, you know, how old is it, you know? He was one of the people who seems like he brought it into the world, brought jazz to the whole world, yeah, you know, in a way, to make it not so much a juke joint music, but, you know, music, you know, I don't know, you know, it just seems like he was brought aspects of the whole world into his music, and that's where the harmonies and, you know, like in the Eastern music where, you know, Coltrane was into those, you know, into so many of the sounds of from the East. And it seems like Ellington, you know, some of his music has some of those, you know, has some of that character to it also, you know, I think in his harmonies. And so when I say it's not, maybe not pleasant sounds, it's pleasant to me. But you know, to your regular listener, you know, like my mother be like, is that right? I don't know if I like that. But, you know, eventually, you know, you like it. The more you listen to it and you realize how good it is, I guess. You know.
I think that Duke Ellington's from a harmonic sense, it was way. I'm talking about like a harmonic orchestrational type of sense. It was just way different than what it wasn't safe. It wasn't what was considered safe.
Well, he broke all the rules and he rewrote them. And initially, you know, people were like, huh? What? You know, I wasn't there, but I mean, this is what I've very well read on my grandfather. And then all of a sudden it became popular, and he's been imitated often, but never really duplicated. Nobody's ever changed the face of music in the way that he has.
It goes off the paper, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you put your instead of just reading the music all the time, you can put your own personality into it. On the ensemble parts and the solos, you know, so you can start really interpreting it and giving it your own.
So my first solo, I was scared like crazy. You know, my knees would shake. That was rough. That's because there again, there's Duke Ellington over there. Right. He's comping. And he loved the key of D flat, which I couldn't play at the time. Oh, that was fun. And it would always be something fast. They always wanted me to play something real fast. Oh, man.
What is special, first of all, about Barry is Barry sat on the stage and played with Duke Ellington. And of the members in the orchestra now, I think he's the only one that can make that claim. The late Rocky White also could make that claim. But they were the only two people for the last 10 years that I worked with who actually played with Duke Ellington.
And, you know, he played for, you know, people in the South when black people weren't allowed to. He's dined with many kings. And he's got 22 Grammys today, 13 while he was alive. Just the body of work that he has written, and also the variety, puts him in the stratosphere with people like Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn.
It's great music. We need to be recording. We need to have an Ellington in there in front of the band, because that's really, you know what I mean, you know, and play stuff that, you know, that everybody knows, and then play some stuff that folks don't know. You know, because folks want to be educated and entertained. So at least jazz people don't. They want to be educated and entertained. And if we continue to do that, and if we continue to sound like we're sounding now, we should have no problem just keeping on moving forward.
We just continue to support this music, you know, to teach it, to share it, and to enjoy it. Because I can assure you, this music is going to live. It's going to outlive this planet. It'll be here. Someone will be involved in this music, you know, when this planet decides to dissolve itself.